where we are with the facility projects that have been completed, which ones are in progress, and which ones are in the future, and how that aligns with our facilities master plan. I'm going to go over what we've been trying to do in regards to transparency with facilities or opportunities that we have on campus. The main goal, the main focus for this past year has been invite those who are involved with the facility project or building or road or what have you to be involved in part of the meetings. So we've been very proactive in inviting individuals, whether it is division chairs, faculty, deans, VPs, classified, what have you, to have dialogue in regards to that facility project. Now that facility project, the architectural designer, what have you, may have already been approved, but at that point in time, from summer moving forward, we've been very proactive in making sure those individuals are incorporated or invited and have input from that point moving forward. So that is the focus, and that's been our mission regarding facility projects on the campus. I'd now like to invite our new Vice President of Finance and Administrative Services, Griselda Aceves.
Good morning. I'm the newbie that gets to claim victory on some of these projects without doing much, right? So I'm grateful for the team that we have. We have a great team that we were able to see a culmination of these projects come to fruition. And so this next video, you will see that and in a combination of ongoing projects. We're going to be going through the slides of projects that have already been completed and projects that are still ongoing, starting with Daniel Reed.
Good morning, everybody. I'll have to say this the first time. I started my new position on Monday, so I am actually the interim associate vice chancellor of construction and facilities plan. So that's the first time I've said that out loud to anybody or anybody. So I do want to thanks everybody for coming. One thing is I've been involved with this campus for a little over a year now. So it's been a great experience for me to go from college to college and see the work that has been done and the development of the changes that are going on. So it's really nice to see some of the smaller campuses, the larger campuses, BC, some of you know, are expanded to above and beyond, but the smaller community here has been really amazing and able to embrace all the work that's going on, so appreciate that. Some of the projects that are done, the stadium field upgrades, it was finished a couple of years ago. That was actually before I came on. They redid the bleachers and the track and the stadium. So here's a few projects and the dollar total amount and where they came from, if they were bond or if they were state projects or if they were even passing per COVID stages. Stadium, Allied Health, which we know just opened up this last year. Coffee Kiosk, which is a small project that was mostly HERF funded, and then we bought the purchase of the land, which is now the baseball project, baseball, softball, and the new roadway projects. The projects that are in place right now or in planning stages, College Avenue, which everybody I'm sure is aware of. The road projects that were going on is taking a little longer. We've had some challenges. But we were pushing through. They've actually got the first layer of asphalt down, so it's actually going to make a difference. We're looking to possibly have the road open in January 25. The CTE building is actually part of bond project and Measure 2, which was just approved through the voters in November. So we will start the design, finish up the design on the changes that we have to look at. We did the design a couple years ago, so I know as things move forward, the changes that are needed because of technology or anything else is going on. So there'll be some upgrades to the layout and the floor plans. Baseball, softball fields. Right now, we are probably 35 to 40%. We have a little bit of delay of switchgear, which I'm having challenges throughout the district. Everybody else is getting equipment in right now. Everything is taking anywhere from 12 to 18 months to come in. So, but right now it's about 30%. They're starting to put some fencing up and more some concrete, and it's going along really well. Student housing project, we're actually in line for the next round of funding whenever that happens to fall in place. Right now, working with the state chancellor's office, it's going to be a few years from now, but we have a floor plan and we are in line for funding. And then we're actually looking at purchasing some more property from that's attached to the property we just bought, 20 acres. We're looking at another 2 acres to square up our property. Allied Health, again, this is finished in spring of 24. Total cost was almost $20.5 million. And that was funded through the state and Measure G and Measure J. Road alignment, we talked about that a little bit. We just put the first layer of asphalt down. We are working with good neighbors with the city of Porterville to get this project completed. So again, we're looking at January of 25, and total cost right now is a little over $6.3 million. Some future projects, we actually, with the road project, we actually have a phase 2 of this when funding is available. We have some parking lots, as you can see, down toward the baseball, and then we're actually finished closing the road off. And then we have some irrigation and landscape projects going to come up. That is a future phase 2 of the road. And then the baseball softball project, we're looking at June 25. As I discussed, this is a delay of the switchgear for power. We are running off temporary power for irrigation right now. We're looking to plant in the spring. Some of the projects completing, we have a couple that are just finishing up. We have a career transfer and resource center. We are in the process of final punch list and furniture coming in, so that'll be ready for spring of 25. fine art dark room. It's in the same state, we're finishing up, and we are basically waiting for furniture. But that will be ready for spring of '25. Student building, we're actually in design right now. We are about 65 to 75% in design. We are looking to probably go out sometime first of the year for bid, and hopefully we are completed by 2026. Greenhouse and renovation. On the greenhouse, we basically re-skin these buildings and put new irrigation and new power. So basically, we left the structure and remodeled the whole system. We got a couple of items that are left on this project, hooking up some exhaust fan and some booster pumps. I think it's actually in use right now. What? Electrical vehicle program project. It is actually complete at the state phase 1. We are looking to expand some power requirements so we can get some chargers and some future products in there. Okay, I think that's my part of the project. Oh, what's that? I think this is
I think Manny may want to speak a little bit to the just going to, in alignment with all the construction's been going on in campus, the IT department's been taking advantage to replace this fiber for all campus. Our connection between buildings and the network is about 20 years old, so together with construction and MNO, we're replacing all the fiber. So what we should be done by January next year, other fiber poles, they count. The future project will be running fiber from campus all the way to the stadium, so we can feed internet to the stadium and the basement.
Okay, everybody, so I've got the pleasure of being able to speak to some of our more smaller projects, not any less work, but just those smaller, the campus projects that were completed this past year. I do want to say, I've been here for just a little less than 2 years, and it's been a joy getting to know Daniel, making that connection. He's been a great support for this campus, so I wanted to acknowledge him, the support of Manny and his team, and everybody else on this campus. They've really helped me move some of these projects along, some of these smaller campuses. So I just want to give my gratitude and appreciation to everybody. So the first one on our list is our HVAC PM assessment. So we had a HVAC company come out, assess our HVAC systems, do some repairs on some of the equipment that needed it. We just pretty much went through and did a revamp of what we had on our campus currently. And so that's going to be a continued project, continuing to assess and repairs and replace as needed. So, department office remodels. I think most of you have probably seen we went through business office, office of construction, A&R, and financial aid. Those projects included new carpet, new paint, new furniture, and then Manny's team provided some of the upgrades on, was it the A&R, Manny?
Yes, the same way that we were replacing the fiber for the campus, we've been replacing the network drops for each office. Because once again, it's almost 20, 25 years old. So each building, when we do the changes, we bring new network connections on it. So that will speed from 1 gigabyte to 10 gigabyte speed on the computers. So it's a teamwork. We got to schedule when they come in, we come in, when they come out, we come out. And what we got done.
Yeah, it takes a lot of coordination with a lot of different departments, so I think that went pretty flawless. Furniture upgrades, there's been several upgrades in different departments. I know the CE building got, I think, it was about 3 different offices that we did some furniture. various offices that we've done throughout. If I forget any of your offices, please, it's not intentional. There's been a lot of work throughout the year. Coffee kiosk security fence. We had a little bit of vandalism when it wasn't secure, so we had the fence put up, just to try to protect our investment there. The FA kiln removal and security fence, same there. There was some vandalism there, so we added 2 additional feet onto the existing fence. Removed 2 old kilns that hadn't been operable in I don't know how many years, so we finally got to remove those and take those off campus. Campus lighting, quad, I'm sure most of you probably who are here late and see the lighting out in the quad area, just help with just lighting the place up and provide a little more security out here. The drinking fountain project, so we've added filters throughout the campus. I guess there was no filtration system in any of our drinking fountains, so now they're all filtered. We actually added, I believe, 6 bottle fillers as well, so they're throughout the campus. I'm sure some of you have probably seen those already. The removal of the old modulars for the health careers, which is pretty, I guess, just in front of the Allied Health Building. I'm sure all of you have seen those modulars. That's where the future project that's coming would be student building. Worked on our facilities master plan, completed that this year. Updated network and Wi-Fi that Manny's been speaking to. And our dry well for that water drainage, so that area, that pathway in between the back of the LRC and our food pantry out there. I don't know, most of you probably seen that there's always a lake there. So we've just had completed that work. Hopefully that helps eliminate that issue. So yeah, those are some of the photos we have. The next slide, I believe, is just some more photos of the project. Fashion, so that's it. I think next up is Primavera. Are you taking the next? Oops. There.
I'm going to go over a couple of upcoming projects and what we plan to do there. Campus signage and wayfinding. If you go across campus, you can see that the campus signage has not been updated, as well as branded. Some of it is starting to peel or what have you, and to have appropriate wayfinding for students so they know the naming of the buildings, the room numbers or what have you. That is a project that we're looking at, and that is going to be discussed in the facilities committee. So across that, we're confirming the true name of the buildings, because there seems to be, I don't know, we're trying to research that. What is the true name of the building? Does it need to be that name? If the name is going to be changed, it does have to be board approved regarding a name change of a building. Also, wayfinding. Wayfinding, you can see we only have a couple of the large wayfinding directional signage on campus for students. We do really want to upgrade that with some color. We want to upgrade it with also the new signage that we're going to have across the campus. So we're going to do it in multiple phases. Phase 1 is going to be, let's just know what the true name of the buildings are, because I know we are addressing one of the names with science and math, and we're going to work with them regarding that piece. And then moving forward, we're going to go over with the wayfinding aspect of campus signage. Wellness center, basic needs. So before, you know where our food pantry is. So now AC 105, that is going to be the new basic needs center. With the basic needs funding, you have to have a center designated, and we have to have a larger space, so students, for them to be able to wash their clothing. Can they come in and eat a warm meal? Basic needs, food pantry, clothing closet, and so forth. Having diapers if they have families. That's something that the area financial aid wants to expand to for basic needs. The fire alarm upgrade. So this is very important in testing, important for emergency evacuation, drills, emergency responses, or what have you. We need to make sure our systems are working and they're working effectively. So part of this process is, you know, we do have some areas that are outdated, so we need to upgrade our fire alarms. We need to upgrade the key cards that need to go in the fire alarms, and that's a project that's going to happen over winter break. And then we're going to move forward in regards to testing and having drills on campus throughout the year for that piece. The Welcome Center. If you come to the Welcome Center, you know previously it was called the Information Desk or what have you, and then transitioned to the Welcome Center, We really want to upgrade that because that is the face when students come in, guests, visitors, or what have you. We want that to be retrospective of what we are here in regards to the feel and welcoming environment that we want to provide here at Portable College. So we want to remodel or upgrade that area for the Welcome Center. The library gates, also security, looking at how people access and so forth. So this is a project, I thought, Fernando, this one was completed or is going to be
No,
future.
coming up this winter.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
Energy savings. So this is something we've been looking at in regards to now being back after COVID, increased costs because we're here now in person in regards to savings for energy. You know, regarding having electricity, when the light is on, when the light is off, AC, heating and so forth. Really looking at this to see how we can save and how we can be mindful of how we operationalize and how we work here at the institution. And what does that mean? Because it costs a lot of money to keep the lights on and to have that being available. Parking lot resurfacing. I believe 2018, 17 around there was the last time that we resurfaced the parking lots. And we have to do that every probably 5 years, every so number of years. So we're planning to hopefully start that project this summer. I want to be mindful because I don't think anybody else wants another closing of a parking lot. So we want to be mindful when we schedule that in regards to summer school and summer classes for resurfacing of the parking lots. Safety glass enclosures. You will see a reoccurring message that's going to be happening this spring. Safety and security. That is one of the top priorities on this campus is the safety of our students and the safety of our employees here. And what does that mean? When I mention, it means drills, making sure our systems work, phone systems, fire alarms, what have you. Along that, there are some areas that we need to see if there's safety glass that needs to be implemented in those areas because of high traffic student interactions or interactions with visitors that occur. So one of the areas is A&R because they have a rolling gate. And it's not automatic, and it takes a certain number of seconds for that gate to come down. And so we need to address the safety concerns regarding the gates there. New fiber from the main campus to the stadium. As Manny had mentioned, a lot of our fiber was outdated, hasn't been replaced. So slowly we're starting to really look at opportunities for us to enhance. If I had a magic wand, I would really like to update the entire campus, but we don't and we're limited to funding. Now with some of the current projects that we've showcased today, there have been opportunities or maybe areas that we can enhance. Some of the projects, maybe the original design we're not able to do because of funding. But with some of them we are addressing and we're trying to see how whether it's due to compliance or due to an area that maybe at the time was not approved, we're trying to see how we can get there as much as possible. And those individuals have been invited to the meetings. Along the lines, this does not happen with one person. This has happened with a team. So I really want to emphasize the facilities team who have been part of this and all of you who have started becoming part of the meetings since the summer. Because in order to make all these facility upgrades, it really takes a long process and it takes working together and moving forward. Some of us may disagree and that's okay, but it's to enhance the campus environment for our students, to be forward-facing so when they come and they feel welcomed here, and it's about the look and the feel. There is one area, there's multiple areas that we would like to address, but slowly we're going to get there. We've highlighted an area with Foundation for Athletics. I've taken a tour, I think, almost everywhere now. I think I finished all the buildings up until this point, and there's opportunities that we have. So we're going to try to look at a scheduled maintenance to see how slowly we can address them. But I really want to say that we have a great working relationship with Daniel with the district office. He comes every Tuesday. He meets multiple meetings in regards to the projects of where they are. I really want to thank Fernando and his team because it takes his team in helping us get there. With Manny with the IT infrastructure, with Roger in regards to marketing and communications, with Leo for the security component, with Griselda and Jackie. It takes all of us. This next piece was part of previous discussions that have been happening in regards to land acquisition. Daniel had mentioned the purchase of the property where we're now going to have the new baseball, softball fields and that new area. We have the potential now of purchasing some additional property, which is going to be close to the baseball softball fields. This property currently PUSD owns, and this would be for us to be able to enhance the baseball softball areas that previously were not able, the previous design, there were things that were cut or reduced from that design because of funding. So this is an opportunity. So this is something that the district and ourselves are interested in, of a possibility moving forward in the future. So from this moment in time, this is everything that's either been completed now in regards to bond, Measure J funding, and additional areas or pots of funding that we have that has happened up until now. Now, Daniel had mentioned the new CTE building with the last, I would say, the voters of the community have passed. That's something we're going to engage the department, the division on. What does that look like? Has it changed from the original drawings and so forth, and moving forward? But overall, I want to emphasize these buildings are to enhance not only the employees and staff that work here, but as well as the students. We also want to look at technology. Technology is always upgrading. Technology is moving quicker than we can keep up with, as much as possible in regards to the cycling of the technology and upgrading the systems that we have, as well as inside the classroom. What does that look like in regards to the new smart boards, the garage tables that come up with the laptop, the computers, as well as inside and outside the classroom. That's our focus. The focus is student success, and we're slowly getting there. We've made a lot of progress, but now we're going to be open to questions, if there's any questions, because that does conclude the forum regarding facilities. Question? Yes?
The land acquisition unit for 1.2 acres that you're buying from PUSD, what do you guys plan to put, what's done? Do you have any idea?
So I believe through the facilities master plan and previous discussions, there was an idea of what could be there. So there was possibilities of field house regarding for baseball, softball. There have been no decisions because we're going to bring in those that are involved in regards to following the facilities master plan on what should be there in the future. I hope I answered your question. Any other question? Yes.
You were saying to they need to resurface the parking lots, and we're thinking about doing that in the summer. Would it not make sense to do that right now, where we're already displaced from that parking, rather than start that over 6 months from now?
Do you have an answer for that?
Oh.
Daniel?
No other.
Oh, and it has to do with weather also. I mean, it has to do with temperatures, just like they're asphalting the road out there, it has to be a certain temperature. So a lot of times during the winter, it's been more of a challenge to get it done, and done in a timely fashion.
Thank you.
I have another question.
Yes.
So about the building names, just in your little presentation, I saw and got confused as it was called Wellness Center, Basic Needs Center. And I think currently the Wellness Center is our fitness center. Nobody calls it that, but that's the sign that's on the building. So I just wanted to point that out, because you were saying we need to make sure that we don't get.
Basic needs, there has been no naming in regards to it, but we've been calling it basic needs. There's not an official name on it. So in regards to naming a building or centers, I want to go over that process just so everyone is updated at what we're doing. And that it's not just one person making the decision of what that center should be called. So regarding career transfer center or resource center, naming of centers or naming of anything on campus is going to go through the facilities committee. So the facilities committee will entertain any proposals regarding suggestions, feedback, recommendations, and possible naming. They will go over a vote or what have you recommendations. That's then going to move to college council. College council will approve. And then if it's a building, that has to be board approved. That goes to the board of trustees. If it's a center, it ends with college council. Then we move forward with the naming of that center. Yes, maybe.
So I talked to Daniel about his baseball, softball dimensions were incorrect. And he said the distance, at least the fences have been corrected. Has the moving things been correct? Home field side also been corrected for baseball?
Both fields are being addressed correctly.
With the moving to the third base side as opposed to first base side?
Well, not necessarily moving that, but possibly adding to it, not taking away. We're not, anything that is poured already, we're not going to move. If there's a possibility to add to it, that is it's going to be an option that we'll have to look at.
So by adding to it, you mean we'll have batting cages on both sides? And we'll have
There's a
both down
possibility,
on both
yes.
sides?
So what we're getting now, Vicki, is that I want to look at the budget to see what the quotes are coming in. But that one is a priority for me just because of the complications that had occurred regarding what you highlighted when we met. Any other questions, feedback, ideas, thoughts?
I know that you probably have my renovation of the current facilities over there, athletic facilities, locker room. Is that gonna happen anytime soon, or do you have that in the budget or plans?
There's no, if you ask me now, there's no additional budget that has been designated for like the upgrades of the locker room. But we are working with the foundation, and now I'm going to be working with the district to see if there's any possibility, and I don't want to say it's a yes, but just looking into it with the upgrade of the locker rooms. There are several concerns there regarding that area. Recruitment, if you think of forward-facing branding or what have you, and having students see that area, they might not want to join an athletic team if they see the facility. So I am taking it now to the district and having conversations there.
Well, Daniel, I'm pleading now to the district.
I second.
Let's do something about that. It's been 6 presidents I've been talking about that. No one's ever addressed it. Thank you for doing this. And it's time. That thing's been there since it was built.
Tell the story about your locker.
They still have the same fixtures, you know, and I can go to the same locker, I can go to the locker that I used in 1970. It's still there. I mean, all the other schools in our district, Saracosa, Bakersfield, they're getting upgrades. We're like we're still section. We never get anything done. And if we're gonna do it, let's do it properly and make it right for our kids as well.
Can I add something to Milt? I walked into the women's locker room today, and I'm going to the men's locker room, but I've been told about it recently. And to me, this is more of a campus issue. I don't know if it's a district issue. I have a bathroom that hasn't worked for 5 months. To have a sink that is brown and black, and it's still there. Take the sink out. I mean, simple things make things look better. To put stalls up so you're not in the men's locker room, so you're not right next to each other as you're taking care of your business. Simple things that I think until something major can be done would make it look better, because every time I look at that sink, I'm going,
So we've taken, foundation committee has taken a tour. We've taken a tour of the area. We have presented to the foundation board regarding a possible athletics campaign, so we're still going through that process. But this is an area that we do want to address. We're just trying to look through and brainstorm of possibilities regarding funding. So we are addressing it in some fashion, Cameron, do you want to say? And we do know how the area is looking. That is, the locker room is an area that we do need to address.
and my little thing, and everybody knows what my little thing is, it's that circle out in the stadium that was put in at the wrong size, and actually, I think it's now, needs a new measurement, because I think it's longer than a 440, because time's not right. You could host major meets there. You could host major regional meets and bring money into the community. But every other year, they're always looking for somebody in the north, and you're considered in the north to host those type of meets, that your hotels would fill. But it can't. And I think it's an opportunity that's missed for the community as well as the college to promote the college and the community.
And Pam did take me out there because I wanted to see the area for myself. And I believe that decision was made because of soccer, from what I understand. I'm not too sure. But I do want to say that in regards to some of the challenges that we have, I call them opportunities. It's opportunity for us to either streamline, upgrade, fix, or what have you, is the sinks, the restrooms, and the locker room. And I do know there's other areas in the fitness area that we're having a meeting about to try to enhance and upgrade as well. So I believe slowly we can chip at it. But thank you for offering your feedback and your suggestions, because that's important to us, the look and feel here at the campus. But anything else from the group or anything else from our presenters?
Thank you for your feedback. We'll definitely take a look at what's
Yeah,
going on.
I mean, if you just get it out of there, I feel better every time I visit there.
I'll get some eyes on it today. Thank you.
Yeah. If you walked in there and saw that, you'd think, oh, you might want to touch this thing. Wash it.
Yeah, you wonder if anything's ever been cleaned in there for then, because you're going, this
It's
is.
not dirty, it's just stained.
Yeah, it's rusty and it's stained and it's.
Anything else from the group regarding any of the facility projects we presented? It is going to be recorded and we will post it on the website, so for those that weren't able to be here today, they can watch it. Thank you, everyone, and the Chancellor's Forum is right after 11 o'clock for those that are interested. Have a great day. Thank you.